Hi, this is Steph from everythingvintagesteph.com, and that's my eBay store. But if you'd like to see also my blog, it's at everythingvintagesteph.com, spelled with two F's at the end instead of the PH, and that should be right under the video that I will put there that you will be watching. I usually talk about vintage items that I have, but today I'm talking about how I'm going to reduce my inventory because I'll be moving to Florida from Pennsylvania in a couple of months. So I'm taking a lot of my vintage things and a lot of my clothing that I'm selling. I'm reducing the inventory and certain ways that I'm doing that, and we're moving to the Villages. If you've heard of that, it's an awesome place. But I'll still talk about and show some of the vintage items that I have as we go along. For example, right here on my counter, which is in my eBay basement, if you've heard that before in my other videos, I do have some things that I'm going through right now. I have greeting cards, and this one's really cool actually because look, the stork moves. I might list these two just by themselves because they're so cool. They're not from, torn out of a book. They're actual cards that were sent to somebody. And I also have vintage Easter cards. When I say vintage, I'm talking like 1950s and stuff like that. And birthday cards, and these are sympathy cards. You don't see those too often, but those are some vintage ones. And I also have, I just kicked a trash can. I also have this whole box full that I'm going to go through. And in that, if you can, my videographer Naomi, yeah, you, doing a great job. That's full of vintage postcards. I don't think I ever did a video on vintage postcards, but they're pretty cool. I just have a lot of them that I picked up at auctions, and some of them are actually from my husband's family because his mom collected postcards, and there's just too many. I can't keep them all. They're pretty cool. But anyway, let's talk about how I'm reducing my inventory as an eBay seller because I need to not move so many things with me when I go to Florida, but I am going to move my entire inventory with me to Florida. I had 4,000 items. At one point, I'm down to 3,200, so I really haven't reduced it that much. But the main things I want to reduce are the heavy items. Like I have books in another room, and I've done videos on vintage books. And so I want to reduce heavy items from my inventory. And I want to get rid of things that haven't been selling, the oldest ones that I have at first. I'll just walk around while I'm saying this so you can see all the different things in my eBay basement. You might have to come around the counter now, Naomi, because you'll be stuck behind there. You can see my eBay basement and all the clothes I have here as I'm talking about reducing my inventory, because the way that I'm doing the oldest things first is you can go to your eBay hub, your seller hub, and you can sort your inventory under active listings. You can sort that by oldest to, I'll say youngest, but newest items. And then I take the oldest ones, like for example, maybe this has been listed since I do have, not 1900s. That would be really old. I do have some things that have been listed since 2015. So I start with the oldest ones. Let's just say, for example, this shirt. And I do 3, 4, maybe 5 at a time. I put them on auction for $1.99 to $2.99, and if they sell on auction, great. If they don't, they gotta go out the door. So I've been doing that, and it's a good way to reduce the inventory. I mean, I'm really sorry that they haven't sold, but if I've had them for 3 years or 4 years, I've had some stuff longer that does sell, but I have a lot of stuff that doesn't sell. So that's one of the ways I'm reducing the inventory. While I'm here, I'll show you how I sort my inventory as well. These are all blouses on this side. I have darker blouses here, lighter blouses here, and then because I have so many blouses, I have to keep them organized. I have plaid and checks and stripes And then I put a couple of vests on the end there, and Hawaiian shirts. That's how I keep those separated. I don't really have anything in this section that is vintage, but this is how I keep my inventory so that I know where everything is. I have all the jeans in alphabetical order because I have a lot of jeans, and then I have the pants separate, women's pants separated from men's pants, and they're in alphabetical order. Let's just go over this way while I talk about what's on my notes. Okay, how I do markdowns, sales, and promoted listings. So I want to get rid of inventory fast. That's when I use promoted listings. It really works well for me. If you don't know what it is, just Google promoted listings eBay and you can find out all the information on that. You pay a higher fee when it sells, but it sells a lot faster. Believe me, when I started doing this last year, my sales shot up 30% and they have stayed there since I started doing that. Now we're in the shoe section. I still have a lot of shoes. I would like to really reduce the inventory on shoes because I'm going to put everything in bins and move it that way, but shoes take up too much room and they're too heavy. So I'm going to do markdown manager as well as promoted listings on the shoes. Oh, did I mention that I'm moving to Florida to the Villages? Okay, awesome place. I wanted to say that because there are a lot of people interested in the Villages. I watch a lot of videos about the Villages, so if anybody is in the Villages selling on eBay, please contact me. I want to know what's going on down there. Okay, some of my books are over here. It's another thing, I really don't want to take any books with me when I move. So I'm going to sell as many as I can, and the rest I'm going to send to local auction. I just box them up. I've already done that twice. Sent big loads of stuff, of my own personal stuff, to a local auction. They auction it off, and then at least I get some money for it, whether it was eBay items or my personal items. That's another way that I'm reducing my inventory. Okay, let's just go around the basement here, which this basement used to be really, really packed with stuff. But now it's just along the edges because I want it to look nice. We saw the shoes. This is just sleeveless tops. You notice I have a lot of tops. And I moved a lot of things upstairs in closets. But what's down here yet is fabric. Some of it's vintage fabric. Actually, since we're talking about vintage, let me just pull out one piece of vintage fabric. Oh, how about two? Because this one's really cute. Come a little closer. You gotta see this patterns. Okay, we'll just look at a few more things and then we'll quit for now because I'm going to continue these videos and show vintage stuff and how I'm reducing my inventory. But the last little section over here that I'm going to show is sheets. I have children's sheets that I sell. My vintage ones are actually in this cupboard here underneath the non-working television, but it's a place to keep them. Back here I have tablecloths, and I separate the different holiday tablecloths that I have. And let me show at least one vintage one. This one's really cute. Vintage tablecloth. This is hand painted, it's not embroidered. I don't know, it's a little dark back here, but I guess you can still see it. Handmade gingham, and somebody painted that. It's a pretty nice painting job. So I'll stop there for today, and I hope you keep watching. I thank my new subscribers. That's why I thought I better get some more videos on here. People are really interested in vintage things, so that's why I try to throw it in. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe. See you in Florida, maybe.